So hello and welcome to the final ATS agency series where I'm showcasing and test driving all the different makes and models of truck. Now this labelled as part 17 because there's one of the parts I've covered the Renault Premium twice, so either part 16 or 17 depending on how we look at things. So today's truck is the iveco Highway. It has 560 horsepower. It has a 12-speed gearbox in this truck. Now, due to limitations in the job market with having to look for now the last specific make model of truck, I've had to, well, in most of them I've been managing to pick a job up in the city where I dropped off in the previous review. But obviously in the last two, with limitations of what trucks I had left to review, I've decided to take jobs from the cities where I'd actually visited before where they're available. So in this case, today's journey is from Cardiff to Paris. So I'll just bring up today's route for you. Now it is 300 and something miles, so I hope you're understanding why I've had to do what I've done on these last few here. So going across to, basically come across to near Southampton, go to Folkestone there, actually where the ferry port Channel Tunnel is in real life, across to there which is just outside Calais. Then we come down into France, round there, into here. So not actually too bad a journey. I'll just discover the dealer that's actually there. It's a Renault dealer, by the way. Now, Paris is a city that's like some of the other cities in the game. It's well spread out. So anyway, as we go, I'll tell you a little bit about the truck and what options are available on them and what opinion I have of them myself. So
ready to roll.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button there. Meant to press E, not R. It's a good job it didn't come on, otherwise I'd be in breach of copyright. So
Turn left. Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
So
keep right and then turn right.
I'll just get past some of these junctions before we
turn right.
So the iveco Australis Highway, it's just like I think of them as a bit posher and a bit more up to date than what the iveco Australis is. Now these have what iveco Australis Highway have won the prestigious Truck of the Year award throughout their lives, so good thing. So the cabin choices, there's one available. So I haven't really done off the top of my head. There's one cabin available for them. I don't think there's a choice of level of trim, so it's what you see is what you get with one of these. But they do come as sat nav standard, which actually, get rid of that one, isn't actually too bad at all to say. It's got a reasonable position. It's a good size one for an on-board one. So these are another model of truck where the very smallest engine of them, the 310, is not listed in quick jobs. So the smallest one that you'll see that appears in the quick jobs is actually the 360, but the most common one that I seem to find in quick jobs is the 560 horsepower engine. So the range of engines are 310 up to 560. They're all Euro 6 engines, they're all flat 6s, so gearbox is your usual 6-speed with or without retarder. Then you get your ZF 12 speeds, and then there's the heavy haul,
Get
heavy
ready to
duty
turn
gearbox. It's the 16 speed. Available in these.
Turn right.
Chassis available are the 4x2, the 6x2, the 6x2 4, and all the derivatives thereof. Them. Your heavy haul chassis is the 6x4, one of these trucks, but the accessories are just the ones that's available within the game, like your light bars, paint jobs, lights and things like that. There isn't the
Get ready to turn left.
tuning packs available for one of these, so they're not a bad looking truck outside, I suppose. They are one of the smaller size ones though, in terms of the physical appearance, like when you say compare it to one of the Scanias. And so dash layer, obviously, as I explained before, that all the trucks are modelled on automatic, so there's no trim option, as I think there should be, like 2 trim options that shouldn't, but with the manual or automatic. So these now, dashboard layout isn't too bad. These are one of the trucks that actually, if you're driving a right hand drive truck like I am here, your speedo is in miles per hour, not just kilometres like it is in some of the trucks. Next to that you've got your rev counter with a nice green band, and your 2 central dials there at the bottom show your fuel level and the temperature gauge, and the little displays here below the speedo total mileage what the truck's done, but I'll talk about that when I give my opinions about the truck. And the one next to that is game time. Now in your display here, you know what your cruise control set at, what gear you're currently in, the AdBlue level and the air pressure level, what's actually in your tank. Then you get your fuel economy that obviously gives you instant and what you're averaging there.
Keep left and then continue straight on.
You got your oil temperature and oil level.
Go straight on.
See, I've mentioned this before. See, that sat nav said go straight on. If I got straight on, I had to come up here, which I had to come up here. So that is where there's a bit of an error in the sat nav system that needs sorting out on some of the junctions. Well, I'll get back to the central display in a moment. It's just you need to be extra careful on these tight junctions, especially since they haven't remade the UK yet. So, but there's plenty of these type of off-ramp and things throughout the map that's tight, twisty, and he's well cambered, because the amount of time you can drive on one of these and do them, and then another time you can be rubbing the crash barrier on either side of you, so again. And I will finish up telling you about this truck central display in a minute. It's just
keep left.
I'm to do some of the worst junctions in the game there is. On this type in the game, if you don't get it quite right, it's same as in American. So you get one that's steeper than this. You can certainly, if you slam on too hard,
right.
yeah, truck can actually fly. Actually, not tip over, but they don't have to go to one side if you slam all on in the wrong place on one of these type of junctions. So, and here comes the rain again. Well, at least the rain's getting more and more realistic in this game. Better than it used to be anyway. Right. Getting back onto this central display on the dash. So, let's say there you've got your oil level and oil temperature. There we are, back to that screen again. See, there's no gauge actually to show you how long the fuel lasts, so you just got a digital little fuel gauge there, so that's that now. Bring that map up to concentrate a bit more for a minute. Get up here, and thing about this, it's by far from the worst road in the game, but you don't need any concentration on some of these roads, so So, you notice up to now I haven't mentioned the game time clock or what mileage this truck has done, so right is you can barely make out what mileage the truck has done. The display is underneath the speedo for your total distance that the truck was covered, but it's very, very bad to see. Very small, and some of the LCD figures are brighter than others, so that doesn't help either. But bollock, but you can finish that off, say locks at the end of that if you like. Right. And the one underneath the ref counter is supposed to be the game time clock. Again, same problem. The LCD figures aren't very bright to see on that one, so that is a very big minus point. Considering, well, there's a few good points with this truck. The speedo's nice, clear and legible. So there is a distinction in the speedo between, if you go for a right hand drive one of these it's miles per hour, left hand drive it's kilometres per hour. Rev counter's not bad, prominent green band, but that and the sat nav isn't too bad in one of these for its position and size. But there are about the only good points of this truck, so there are plenty of bad ones. As I say, the dashboard computer's rubbish in these, and the figures for what total mileage truck's done rubbish. The game time clock in this truck rubbish. That's my opinion, not everybody likes it. Now the seating position, yes you can see the mirrors, but you would think they would have set the seat a little bit further back, but that would make the problems of the things that I just pointed out on the dash even worse. So the seating position isn't very good either. So there's limited choice of cabins, being just one, limited choice of interiors, just being one, so you can't even make the choice there. And point, the 4x2 chassis one of these actually has reasonable fuel capacity, but as soon as you go above that, the 6x24 or a 6x4, you drop down to 580 litres. Okay, it isn't as bad as what the old generation is, but that's pretty terrible.
Get ready to turn left.
But, well, because of the small tank size on the bigger chassis, I mean that's good, but
turn
they do have some good fuel economy in them. So is that a good point or a bad point? Well, I'd rather sacrifice a little bit of fuel economy for a good range for a truck, because more time will be lost with having to frequently fill a truck up. But that is not the biggest problem with the highway if you're thinking about one to start with.
Continue straight on.
The entry level one of these is 310 horsepower, as I've stated. Now,
go straight on.
Is it just a little bit more expensive than the other model of Australis in the game with a 310 engine? No, it is not. Where the other one's about 90 something thousand, I think it is. I could be wrong because I haven't checked prices of these lately. Now the Australis 310, as you know, stated before, it's the cheapest starting truck in the game to start with. So you would think one of these wouldn't be much more expensive on that one. You are wrong. I'm actually driving
and then continue
what is, and this is the bugbear one of these, what is the most expensive start truck. So iveco have the cheapest with Australis, and have the most dearest starter truck, the iveco highway. That's before you start improving the engine and the chassis and things like that on them. So yeah, absolutely ridiculously expensive at about 150,000 euros at entry level. Now some people may argue that they can justify that, but pointing out some of the things that's wrong with these trucks, how can they justify setting them at that price when what they're doing, making a loss on some and then adding it onto another? No, you would think they would make these units a bit cheaper so they're sold more in real life. But how well the truck price is actually simulated in the game, if they're cheaper in the game or cheaper in real life or equivalent, I have no clue on that one. But gets my go. We're getting on this profile, it's opposite way around to ATS. For which one? Just swap my keys round. For engine stop and wiper down. So it's gonna. So I think you've all had enough of my ranting on about one of these, but on terms of entry level cost, yes, they are the worst in the game. But out of the worst truck, well, that one's debatable. No, I think the chuck in order, so things economy wise, start a truck, I'd say iveco Renault's equal. In terms of general style, customisation and appearance, you get your next generation Scanias and your DAFs equal on that one. Best sat nav, my opinion, Mercedes-Benz No Actros. Best dashboard, as I said, Volvo. The worst dashboard, iveco Australia's Highway, which is equally as bad as the dashboard in the MAN TGX Euro 6.
Go straight on.
The best front mirror, that's the one that goes above the windscreen, normally at the opposite side of what you're driving at, but for that one I'd say Renault wins that one because it's centrally mounted one and you can easily see it without turning your head too far. It's maybe not as good a blind spot mirror as what the others are, but my opinion on that one. Drive for a bit here and might come back to you near the tunnel or the other end of the tunnel, so please just enjoy the drive for now.
Caution, please mind the speed limit.
Yeah, sorry about the little accident there. Yeah, that's why you should never use a telephone and try to drive at the same time. So my blood pressure is now returning a bit back to normal after having a rant about this. So general thoughts, truck. Sat-wise outside, it's okay. Sat-nav's okay in it, but anything else, they haven't got much going for them. There's highway. If there was up to about 10 or 20,000 euro dearer than the equivalent empty level Stralis, then they might have a better opinion of these, but they say they're not. They're up to about 60,000 euro more. So, and for the type of money what these come in at the entry level, I can get a DAF with a lot more power and customisation on it, still get changed for what one of these will cost me. Same go with a Scania as well. Get a bigger engine than what they start at, bit of customisation, what have you on them, better truck and still get changed. So if you want to drive one of these, drive one in quick jobs, I say, but you're going to own one, don't go for the basic one. They do work out dearer than any other, just about any other truck in the game, even for the bigger engine ones. So I wouldn't advise these at all. Just quick job trucks. Just try and drive them. You might like them, justify the cost of them. Now, I know that maybe seems a bit biased, but your real assessment of them, and I've offered you my opinion for the trucks and how some of them compare with one another. So
go straight on.
I could have gone round that way, but I'll go the way the sat nav is telling me to go.
Turn left.
These videos, because I've been honest with the driver and you've seen the accidents what I have, they're all one-shot takes. I haven't done the jobs before, had an accident and then gone back and re-recorded another version or edited it. So I know I've done that on one of the video, it's because I forgot to switch my mic on that one. So as I said, on one of them I've done the journey before. And this will be the first time that I've been across the ferry crossing with
Okay, let's find a new route.
this driver series, because all the other time I've crossed from England into Europe, we've gone via Harwich into Europort. So here. You may notice that this is about exactly the same layout as where it is on the other side, but like, if you use Pro Mods, you'll know the Pro Mods UK side of the tunnel is actually totally rebuilt and remodelled and more realistic than what SES version is in the base map. But on Pro Mods, the Calais side, they haven't remodelled yet, but they may do it one day.
Get ready to turn left.
I know I should be driving on the other side of the road, but this is actually a one-way road, but it doesn't show it. So why they never put traffic on that bit, I don't know. Get some traffic in a minute.
Turn left.
Because they haven't programmed it. But if you have a traffic density mod in, it does give you more realistic traffic. But as I say, on this profile I aren't using any mods, so just what you see is what you get. It's the best way to start. Do a profile with no mods on, then when you got somebody built up and a few garages bought, then you can always use that profile for multiplayer, and then you've learnt what to do. So you start another profile for single player, then you can put your map mods and things on. But if you're planning on going on multiplayer, set a profile up with no mods on playing, because you cannot use mods in multiplayer, but you can't at the time that this is recorded, so you even have to be careful using a console, because I know somebody who got permanently banned got accused of hacking, and he used a console command which previously had been told was perfectly legal to do. So if you want to learn how to enable a console in ETS2 or ATS, is search the web for it, because there's guides on the forums and ETS2 community, and if you search Google, there's a very good guide by Squirrel on how to enable a console and some of the commands that you can do with it in there. So same as reverse intuition, he's done some very good videos in that with how to reverse. Some of them are a few years old now, but the principle of reversing has not changed in this game since it was first launched, so go and check out. So with these truck reviews, you can almost say I left the worst to last, but I said before, don't take any notice of anybody else, form your own, drive them, form your own opinion on, then you decide if they're worth having or not, or that. But I say at the moment there's 16 different models of truck in the game, and umpteen choices of engine size is what you can go to your quick jobs with. So when I finish this job, I'll have to think about whether I do some jobs in the different makes of truck and film them, or do some jobs and then come back and show you customising the truck after I've done a few more jobs that I buy, and then sort of start the next stage, which would be the career stage, where just driving around doing loads. How I normally do profiles, and then wanted to add additional garages and drivers, then that would then become like a company stage of the profile, which is next step. But as you build a profile for multiplayer, I've no mods on, just build a profile up. Yes, there is XP cheats and mod cheats, so XP and money cheats you can get, which give you a load of money and a load of XP, so you can bypass like building your skills up. You can just put one of these in, do a job delivery, get a load of money for it, get a load of skill points, put in all your skill points. Also, if you so wish to do it that way, or you can do it the hard way, grind it out like I am here, driving different trucks, earn a little bit of money with each delivery, till hopefully I can get enough to buy my own truck outright and that. So all depends on what you want to do, the profile. Right then, let's say start off profile, have no mods on it, do what you want. Then when you want to split it off to do 2 or 3 things, there's guides on the internet with how to do this. Get a little bit of software you need to do it, but you can actually start then build one profile up, and if you can't be bothered to start another one from scratch, build it up, you can clone the profile that you've already built up. There's guides available on the internet and probably videos on YouTube that will show you how to do that as well. I'm just gonna light the cigarette in a minute. If you haven't worked out already, I'm a heavy smoker.
please mind the speed limit.
Now these automatic tolls, go through the automatic ones again where you don't have to stop. If you're in miles per hour, keep it under 19. If you're in kilometres now, keep it under 30, because if you go any faster, the barrier tends to,
Keep left.
when you go through, hit your truck, and it can severely damage your truck and your load as well if you're not careful. But that's the same with all the tolls in the game. Those be it the ones that's
Caution.
in,
Please mind the speed limit.
basically the ones that's in France, Poland, Italy, the Russian border crossings up into either to and from Kaliningrad,
Caution.
and
Please mind the speed limit.
into Russia itself. There's border crossings there, so yeah, careful with the barriers. And be careful when emerging from, because previous video, the light roundabouts, the AI doesn't always know what to do, just continue straight on and sometimes cause nasty accidents. Nobody, various profiles have started and done that. I've actually driven good distances in all the different makes of trucks, so including these. But the trucks I've done the most miles in on over the profiles have been DAF, which I've done the most in. And then I think Renault, and I think I've done about 100 and something thousand in one of these, because World of Trucks, which is the like the online external contracts on ETS2, I have got nearly 1.1 million miles in total, but that obviously doesn't include the
Keep right, and then exit right.
the jobs that haven't been done on World of Trucks contracts, so
Exit
I've got a
right.
fair few miles and experience with me to know what I'm talking about these trucks. So to say some of the information what I used to give you about the companies that came off the internet,
At the roundabout,
and
take the
all
second
the other
exit.
information about chassis and gearboxes is what's available to you in game anyway. It's just I've chosen to explain the options to you if you
Exit
didn't
now.
know what they were. Nearly 9 o'clock, plus it will be
Caution.
time for your
Please
tea,
mind the
won't
speed
it?
limit. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
Before I top the
Go
load
straight
off,
on,
I'm just going to
and
whip
then
round
turn
here
left.
at the next left. Do
Turn
this
left.
Discoverer, which is a big Renault dealer.
Go straight on, and then turn left.
I might get the truck service because, as you've seen there, I had a small accident, but
Turn left.
that doesn't cost me to get the truck repaired because it's a company truck. If it was my own truck, it would
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
to get repaired, so I'll be nice and repair it for him. I won't put any fuel in it. Your own fault for having a crap truck. Right, so repaired the truck now, so That's the beauty of the repair shops
Turn
in the
right.
game. You can go to any dealer or any repair place and get any make and model of truck
Go
repaired. You're
straight
not
on.
limited, say, go to Renault dealer like they can only get Renaults repaired there.
Turn right.
Can't, you can get any repaired. So,
Go straight on.
if you wonder why this run's a bit erratic, it's been very hot in the UK today, and quite frankly,
Get ready to turn left.
I'm feeling the slight effect
Turn left.
from heat stroke, so that's why I'm driving. I haven't quite
We
been
are
up
finished.
to standard on this job, so but decided before wait this profile that if there was any disasters in the runs I'd actually show them, so not like some of them don't edit them or re-record the videos. I haven't. None of these are edited in any way. So just drop this last load off the last of the trucks that we test driving and reviewing. So that concludes all the test drives of the different makes and models of trucks. So I have 89,000. I'll just say how much more I need to actually buy a truck. I know I can get an entry level iveco just about with what we've got there, but quite frankly I want something a little bit better. So now I haven't discovered a Mercedes dealer up to now, so but I was gonna think about going Volvo, so I'll just quickly visit the dealer and see how much Volvo cost me. 101 for one of those, 104 for one of those, but as I said in the previous video, you do this when you go to the dealer, that brings entry level down to 102. So that means that it was 104 originally, you got it down to 102 for that. You get 16 speed retarder for 108, which is smaller engine, the better gearbox for not a lot more, so we do need to earn a little bit more, so that's before we really start customising the truck dealer there. So that's about what a Volvo cost me, just over 100,000 or so. Volvo. If we go a different make, see the price look different, so I'm just going to quickly show you while getting the truck dealers. Let's go there, see, because I don't own 5 trucks yet. After I visit the dealers, can't just build them all. So there you go there. The entry level Australia's active is €96,500, so I wasn't far off. Review all there, go into here, and that's the highway there. So you're talking about not far off 60,000 more for the same horsepower, the same Newton meters, ZF2330, it's the same gearbox, less fuel capacity. So how I can justify the price difference between the two models, I don't know. Anyway, you've heard nothing about me ranting and raving about iveco Cardiff Highway or Iveco Highway. So I'll bid you 10-10 for now. Stay safe on them roads. Don't have too many accidents. Goodbye. And I shall be back. Probably some special transports. Goodbye for now.